118 cars made their way into Lucas Oil Speedway on this Father's Day weekend. Pitts Homes and Realty Weekly Show number 6, and we have whittled it down to 24 per class. Some of them have a little bit less than that, but you get the gist. Right now, 24 of the top modifieds in the area, the Arctic Foods Equipment's USRA Modifieds, making their way out. And as we mentioned earlier, a past champion is still looking for his first win here at Lucas Oil Speedway this season. Button Buck Ryan Middaugh has 5 victories here in 2025. 2 at Lake Ozark, 2 at Moberly, and 1 at Callaway. Is tonight the night where he can win at the Diamond of Dirt tracks after a 5-win season just 2 years ago when he made the championship run and took home the title? He will start P1 behind the Bill Roberts Chevrolet Pace Truck with Dalton Teal on his outside. 2 Fulton, Missouri natives making up row number 1. Jason Pursley, who won the title last year, starts inside row number 2. And Tyler Wolf, he's another driver looking for his first win of the season. He will start in 4th. Bobby Williams won the title in the B Mod division here at Lucas Oil Speedway, making the jump up to the modified starting in 5th. Henry Chambers on his outside in 6th. In row number 4, Chase Sigg out of Iola, Kansas in the 18 Junior. He will start to the inside of Jimmy Dow out of Boonville, Missouri in the 88. And Jimmy Dow went up in smoke whenever his car crossed under the start-finish line, or right before it, during his heat race, but he has buttoned up that 88, and it is back out on the track, and he will start in 8th. Hoyt Miller to start in 9th, and Lucas Dobbs on his outside in 10th. In row number 6, Mickey Burrell, the Squirrel out of Fairgrove, Missouri, starting in his number 73 to the inside of Donnie Fellers from Wheatland, Missouri in the 24. Bolivar's Kenny Nutter in the 23N will start in 13th with Jacob Potter on his outside in the Fulton, Missouri ride, the 21J to start outside 7. Terry Kirk out of Urbana, Missouri in the 55, starting inside of Scotty Roberts. Scotty calls Columbia, Missouri home in the 25. Nick Benniger had to win the B feature to make his way in. He is your current point leader here at Lucas Oil Speedway in the 3B. He starts inside Bad Shad Batter out of Batesville, or Bates City, Missouri, that is, in the 73B. A 7-time track champion, Jeff Cutshaw, starts inside road number 10. Dustin Hodges on his outside, the 56 of Shadron Turner. He's out of St. Joe, Missouri, starting inside Ben Stockton. They start 21st and 22nd. Final row will go to a pair of 21s. We'll see if they can hit blackjack tonight and claim a win starting on the last row. Greg Scheffler from Pittsburgh and Troy Goodmanson out of Springfield. Lights are turned off. Green flag in the hand of Captain Loberg on the fully equipment flag stand. Ryan Middaugh slows him down the backstretch. Dalton Till to his outside in the Lucas Oil start zone. Hammer down goes Ryan Middaugh. We're underway with the Arctic Food Equipment's USRA Modifieds. Shad Batter started 18th, and before he could get out of turn number 2, he was already back to 24th. A car spins, is parked in on the grass on the other side of the bid white tractor tire. He's out of harm's way for now, and we stay green until the Midwest Sheet Metal caution comes on, and that is for the spinning car, the 23, I believe it is, of Kenny Nutter, bringing out the first caution after completing 1 lap. He will head back out on the track, and Ryan Middaugh led the opening lap after the spin by the 23N, brings out the first stoppage in our 20-lap main. Well, Shad Batter, an eventful turn 1 and 2, jumps the cushion over in turn 1, goes from starting position to at least get things rolling off the starting grid in 18th, all the way back to 24th. And Ryan Middaugh had already gotten almost a second advantage over Bobby Williams. Bobby won the B-Mod Championship back in 23. He did it that year without claiming a single victory. He's still looking for his first win of 25 after a 10-win season last year. So Bobby still looking for his first win. Tyler Wolf in the 4W, he's still looking for his first win. Jason Persley sits back in the 38. He's had a couple of fourth place runs, and that's been about it. Only 2 top 5s for the defending track champ. And Dalton Till in the 99T, he's had a couple of second place finishes. His only finish inside the top 10 here at Lucas Oil Speedway was an 8th, and that was in a makeup race just a couple of weeks ago. So in the top 5, the only driver that has found victory lane so far in 2025 is the 21 of Button Buck, Ryan Middaugh. 5 victories, but he has yet to get better than a 4th here at Lucas. Last year, just a miserable season for Ryan Middaugh. He had 5 wins the season before that here at Lucas Oil Speedway to claim the championship, 6 overall after a victory during the Ron Jenkins Memorial. No wins last year, however, finishing 9th in points. So he goes from a championship run to 9th in points. He's currently 5th, 56 points behind your current point leader here at Lucas Oil Speedway, and Nick Binniger. And Nick Binniger, for that fact, he's had a difficult night tonight after a spin while running up front in his heat race. Had to go back to a B feature and win it just to get in. Finally got him ready to go. We ran 1 lap. Ryan Middaugh leads Bobby Williams to the line. And a big wreck over in turn number 4 as they all get wadded up. Cars get sideways, go crashing into one another. 5 cars still parked over in turn number 3. Scotty Roberts in the 25 is able to get back underway, but he's going to go straight back into the pits as he has left wheel damage, a flat left rear. Hodges involved in that in the 22. Ben Stockton in the 33. Lucas Dobbs in the 23. And Lucas had his hands full. His car was just evil down the backstretch, sideways off of turn number 2. The 55 also involved in that, and Terry Kirk. And Terry Kirk may as well be sitting in the passenger seat of the car to the left of him. That's how close they are. As the Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew going to try to get them untangled. And on top of that, a lot of moisture put on the track. Nick Benninger has damage to his right rear. Sheet metal off on the 3. Probably going to have that tended to. Boy, a lot of damage to Nick Benninger. And he's probably going to take a pretty good hit in the point standings, as he came in only 11 points up of Chad Lyle. Now, with that being said, Chad Lyle, well, he ain't even in the picture. So, next man up in third is Jeff Cutshaw. Jeff Cutshaw is 29 points behind Nick Benninger. And Jeff Cutshaw, see where he is in the running order. He's back in 22nd. So it could be anybody's race as far as the points whenever this thing's all said and done tonight. Big winner in all this, just the way it stands right now, might just be Troy Goodmanson. Troy is fourth in points, 40 points back, and he's 16th. Well, let's go one more back than that. Ryan Midoff, fifth in points, 56 points back, and he's leading. Not quite sure if he's going to have enough, even where it stands now, to take the lead, but it's going to get interesting. There is a difference of 50 total points between first and 24th. So if you win the race tonight, you get 100 points. You come in dead last, you get 50. Well, when we tell you Jeff Cutshaw might have some points in his back pocket to move up, all of a sudden Jeff Cutshaw, who is 22nd in the running order, works off the track. 55 of Terry Kirk also off the track. Jeff Cutshaw stopping in the hot pit, and he's got some time to get some work done on his car as Lucas Dobbs in the 23 still parked over in turn number 4, and there's a lot of liquid down that's going to have to be soaked up before we get back green. And Lucas's car is a hot mess. Race control has already told the drivers to go double file behind Bobby Williams, who chooses to go to the inside. Jeff Cutshaw comes back out, so he really only loses a couple spots. He went in 22nd, comes out in 24th. So after a couple laps of working that dry dirt in over in turn number 4, race control has already radioed down that with only 2 laps completed, if we can't rattle some laps off, we're going to go single file on all restarts after this one. Another attempt at a double wide. Ryan Middall is probably looking up at the Jumbotron right now, seeing who's behind him. The 1 of Bobby Williams to the inside and Jason Pursley in the 38 to the outside. Back at it again as Ryan Middall leads him to the green. And what a restart for Tyler Wolf as debris over on turn number 2. And the Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out, and I think probably Nick Benninger, yeah. The entire right side of Nick Benninger's car is gone. And we saw on the parade laps right before that restart that he did have some flying off, and the rest of it went ahead and came off as well. So with Nick Benninger's side panel coming off, he is the guilty party of the caution. And all the cars are going to go around your current point leader. Nick Benninger's day got started off miserable to begin with during the heat race. That's why he had to go back to the B. And I'm guessing he's probably going to have more come off. Again, a lot coming up here at Lucas Oil Speedway over the upcoming weeks, including a couple of big shows. A big show. Next week, Ozarks Food Harvest Night, bring in 4 non-perishable food items. Get free entry into the races. That is Pitts Homes and Realty Weekly Show number 7. 3-day show with the Kubota High Limit Racing Diamond event, the 26th through the 28th. Kyle Larson in on the 26th. Then Thursday Night Thunder with fireworks on July 3rd, our regular Thursday show, and everybody gets to sleep in. As Friday the 4th, shouldn't say everybody, I'm sure some people still have to work, not me. And now we are single file for our restarts. May play into the hands of Ryan Middahl. Green up and hammer down. Challenge for the lead, and Bobby Williams. Slider across the nose of Middahl. Middahl back on the hammer, and Bobby Williams takes over the lead, and he will lead on lap number 3. And Nick Benninger slowed on the backstretch. Midwest Sheet Metal caution comes out again. And the 3B brings out the caution, and he will make the hard right-hand turn. And with that being his second spin, your point leader will not be the point leader at the end of this race. Told you earlier that it's a 50-point swing. That right there with him going out in 20th will pretty much secure the fact that he will not be your point leader next week. Yeah, I guess Doug's right. I mean, if the guy's running second, third, fourth, and fifth in points all drop out right now. No, not even at that. Not even at that wouldn't happen. So Bobby Williams grabs the lead on lap number 3 right before the caution comes out. And single file, the choo-choo train enters turn 3, whips around turn 4, and Bobby Williams looking for his first win this season. Gets us back underway. Tyler Wolf bounces through 3 and 4. Henry Chambers gets into him, and now Ryan Middahl to the inside of Williams. So it'll be entertaining. This track got worked in over the intermission break. It's still pretty treacherous over there in turns 1 and 2. Jason Persley just experienced that as Tyler Wolf around him, and Ryan Middahl continues to put the pressure on the 1B up front. He's able to get to the inside on corner entry, but Bobby Williams able to get a little extra push and back on the accelerator before Ryan Middahl can on the exit of turn 4, able to keep his nose out in front. And now Tyler Wolf, he is on the hunt. Now that he got around Jason Persley, he is starting to reel in your top 2 drivers. Great runoff for 2, and Tyler Wolf around Ryan Middahl for second. Bobby Williams by 9/10 of a second. Shad Batter to the infield. His night done. And Tyler Wolf, it appears to be just a matter of time. We're not even to the midway point, and Tyler Wolf, that last lap, shaved off half a second, and now he's alongside Bobby Williams. Bobby Williams, a sitting duck with Tyler Wolf right now. Wolf up the track, able to stay out of the 1B, hit a little bit of a rough spot in turn 3, shot him up the track, so Bobby Williams able to salvage first, at least for the time being. Roughly a half a straightaway before your lead lap cars get to the tailback and start to catch up with lap traffic. Currently 17 cars left on the track, and the last car in that 17-car train is Terry Kirk in the 55. Jason Persley will give way to Chase Sigg. So Sigg up to third, and Persley fights back, gets it back at the line. Bobby Williams by 4/10, and a car pointed the wrong direction over in turn number 4, and that's Jimmy Dow. The driver of the 88, whose heat race ended in flames, is pointed the wrong direction on the top side of turn number 4, bringing out the Midwest Sheet Metal caution. Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew looking over the 88 to see if they need to put it on the hook, if they can just push it back. They'll peek the head in the window and say, hey, we got a problem here. They roll Jimmy Dow off the ledge. And that was all it took. No real damage on Jimmy's car. So new race leader in Tyler Wolf, grabbing the lead on lap 13. Taking the lead as the 88 of Jimmy Dow got up over the cushion. Stay single file with 7 laps to go, and Tyler Wolf ahead of Bobby Williams, Chase Sigg, Jason Persley, and Ryan Middaugh dropping back to 5th. Top 4 drivers looking for their first win of the year. Take that back. Tyler Wolf's got 2. I don't know how I missed that one. He's won at Thunderbird and Tri-State. Chase Sigg around Bobby Williams. Chase Sigg up to 2nd. And Tyler Wolf has set sail. Saw Tyler in the pits and didn't even look like him. He says he's been working some odd hours. Grew a beard. Had absolutely no clue that was him. Somebody actually had to point him out to me. Doug Neff might not recognize him whenever he gets out of the car. Henry Chambers around Dalton Teal. And one more circuit for Tyler Wolf. I stand corrected. Tyler Wolf has picked up a couple of wins this year. After a recount, he's won twice. He won at Thunderbird, he won at Tri-State, now he wins at Lucas Oil Speedway. Tyler Wolf by 3.7 seconds ahead of Chase Sigg. Bobby Williams, who led early, finishes third. Henry Chambers to fourth, and Dalton Till to fifth. So the third win of the season for Tyler Wolf. And a little extracurricular activity with the Super and Henry Chambers. Is it a full moon? So Tyler Wolf, win number 3 of the season. Tyler Wolf now has won in 3 months this year. He won in April, on April 11th at Thunderbird. He won in May, though be it the very last day of May, the 31st at Tri-State. And his first win at Lucas Oil Speedway. Maybe getting a little bit of a feel for an event that's going to come up here in just a couple of weeks. On Thursday Night Thunder, when their Heartland Modified Tour is here at the Diamond of Dirt tracks. Chase Sigg's best finish was 5th up until tonight as he comes home in 2nd. And Bobby Williams, a top 3 finish for him. Out from the cockpit he comes. The bearded wonder. You know, he went clean shaven all year long. He puts in some odd hours, lets the scruff grow, and maybe that's a good luck beard. Doug Neff, he wins here at the Diamond of Dirt tracks.
And we are down here. Tyler with Fayetteville, Arkansas, the 4W, your winner. And man, on Father's Day weekend, that's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad for this. He's helped me get to this point, and I was hoping no one fell asleep there at the beginning. That seemed like it was forever. I was like, I hope we have enough fuel. And then we went single file, and I was a little nervous because, I was in 4th place there and stuck to that bottom down here, and that seemed to work for us and kind of pick them off as we went. But it worked out good. The track's pretty racy, and it's pretty fast, really. So enjoyed this weekend. We'll get to run the late model here in just a few minutes. I'm pretty excited about that. But got my whole crew with me, and can't thank them enough for all the help.
I know you got a lot of people helping you.
Yeah, ECE, Mars Race Cars, CMD Shocks, Schoenfeld Header, Swift Springs, CDS. There's a bunch of people that help us out. That Josh and Antoine's here, Chuck's here, my dad. There's a bunch of people helping us on pits to make this possible. So appreciate each and every one of them.
Well, he's looking to do the W, or do the double. That is Tyler Wolf, and he'll be in a late model here shortly. Your winner.